Hello, Rec Recap fans. We are back for another edition. Today we're looking at last Sunday's Porsche Cup at Monza. And as usual, I'm sure this will be filled with all kinds of PCup spinning and chaos. So here we are at the start of the race. Making it through that, a little in the gravel, but not too bad. Made it through there without any bumps or bruises. We're just going to follow this along here for a little bit. See if we come upon some chaos. If not, we're just going to get started. You need to... Oh, there we go. All right. And there you have it. That's our first incident of the day. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Well, first I want to say, if you haven't joined us in our Sunday night Porsche Cup racing, what we call the PCup, you need to do that. We're racing the Porsche Cup car and the Cayman GT4 car. And excellent. I mean, this has just been awesome racing up and down the field. Everybody that's in the races has been talking about how great it is. So feel free to join us. Even though our season started, you could still join us anytime. So, yeah, give us a shout out. Take a look. See what you think. Oh, and hey, while I'm thinking of it, I've never said this before, but you need to do that whole like, subscribe thing. That helped me out a little bit here. So do that, and let's get moving on here to our first incident. So we saw that first one happen. Looks like Jesse Meager was part of that. So here we come into whatever corner this is. You guys know the corner names. Oh, I don't. And looks like Jesse just... Let's get another view of that a little bit closer here. So Jesse's on the outside. Oh, man, he just bleeds over to the inside. Drives that car into the wall. Let's take another, let's see, I think that's Roman here that got driven off the track as Jesse just bleeds over. He's getting set up and just didn't calculate how much distance he had there to his right. And he did self-report on that one, so did the right thing. And then we've got another crash, bam. So that was, who else in there? Daniel Salmon, who's just cruising along here, minding his own business, and gets taken out on lap one. So that's too bad. All right, let's take a look here. So that was Roman, and then I think we're gonna, here's Roman again, chasing Daniel. Oh, and he's just trying to catch up, and he puts too much. Oh, he doesn't have a wing, so not helping his rear downforce there. All right, we're still on lap one. Here's Sean Teeter and Kent. Oh! And Sean's going to take a little loop around there. This was covered in our stewarding video. So let's take a look at this from Kent. He's giving room there to the inside, and Sean just turns in, even though the inside car, Kent, hadn't turned in. It looks like I need to get the paints updated here. So get that started. Everybody will switch out to the lovely gray cars as that happens. All right, okay. Lap 3, Jesse. What you got going on here, Jesse? Coming in. Oh, the car in front of him just spins it around. Jesse gets into him. Who is that? Daniel Salmon. He's really loose there, and he gets loose again. And Jesse gets into him. Those Cup cars aren't easy to drive. No traction control, no ABS. You know, in the real Cup cars, they have added ABS into the mix this season. The drivers asked for it, and the series said okay. So they do have ABS in the Cup cars this season, in real life. Even they admitted, this ain't easy. Here's Jesse Meager again. He's got Daniel Salmon on his bike. Daniel Gives him a little love tap there. Just saying, hey, I'm back here. There's Daniel's view of that. Oh, he's got a car on his inside. He just gets it better. I got to see this from the cockpit. So he's coming around. There's a car there. He's got to run. Oh! Jesse just slows up a little bit. Or Daniel really got a great run out of that corner. So here we are, lap 6. We're looking at Roman. Roman is just having trouble this race. Going to come in, get all that curb, loop it around, catch a little gravel. And here we go again with, so Roman and Daniel are two, oh, and Jesse. Those three started it on lap 1. And here we've got Daniel Salmon. He says, I'm done. I've had enough of this. I think he just gave up. All right. Aaron Sunday. Daniel didn't want to be on the wreck recap anymore. Oh, sounded like someone got into his backside. And there goes that car screaming off. So let's see who that was. Could that have been Spencer? Spencer, come in here. Oh. So close to that car behind him. Either I didn't see where. Let's take another look here and see where he hit the brakes, the car in front. Yeah, so he hit the brakes about the right place. I think Spencer was just so close to his back end, he lost his reference point there. And finally, Jesse. Jesse again. Oh, look at the track right ahead of someone did the exact same thing the lap before. I mean, he just followed in those tracks. Come around here. There they are. We're just going to do the same thing someone else did. All right, and that is actually it for that 35-minute race. So they're getting better. It's not quite as bad. I mean, there were several incidents, but that first one involved 1, 2, 3 people, and then Roman and Daniel were trying to catch up after that first one, I think just pushing too hard and kept getting themselves into trouble. So there we go. That was Sunday's race. And we are going to move on into Tuesday's BMW race. So let's give that a shot. Surprise! We don't have the BMW race. I forgot my connection was terrible that night. Found some issues with my hardware, so got that resolved. And instead, we're going to jump over to the MX5 race on Thursday and take a look at the incidents there. We had a dry race for the first 20 minutes and a wet race for the last 20-minute race. So there is a little bit to see here. So far we are on lap 1 at the start of the first race. And again, if you haven't joined us for our Thursday night races, you gotta give that a shot. This car, in my opinion, is one of the best racing cars for actual close racing and just to have fun. This car is one of the best in the iRacing lineup, so give that a check on Thursday nights. So far, so good. Let's see here. Let me look at my... Oh my, we're pretty, first race, pretty darn clean, not too bad here. Second race, with the rain, a little more chaos going on then. So let's just go ahead and jump into our first incident here. Switch to the correct view, hit the button, there we go. Oh! Oz gets cleaned out. Let's take a look at that. The chase cam. What happened? So we're on lap 2. He's got a car to his inside, car to his out. Oh, that car to the inside just gets into his backside. Didn't really leave him room there. Let's take a look at that from the perspective of the inside car, which is Corey. Corey's on that curb. He stays on the curb around the corner. That's a tough one. Let's take another look at that from in here. So he's goes to inside, but that was a dangerous room. There really wasn't room there because he had to get up on the curb. And that curb was going to keep trying to push him to the outside. I don't know. That's one of those that... Let's take another look at that from Zach Peterson. So here we go. Oh, there is enough room right at the start of that corner, but it closes up quick as Oz tries to finish off that corner, and there just wasn't room. So there you have it. All right, next up, we've got Kent on lap 2. Is that something coming up right here? Oh, yowzers. Oh, man. Let's take a look at that from Kent's car. So Kent, following this car that goes off, comes back up, does a little accident avoidance there, and then catches a car trying to make a pass on him. So let's see that from the inside of the car on the outside. He's staying out there and just gets tagged. And now from Kent's perspective on the inside, oh geez, that car just slowed up and got into it. Let's back that up. I want to back that up even further. So let's check out the entry here. So he's coming in, brake, brake, brake. Oh, yeah. He just carried more speed through than the car in front of him. Then the car in front of him had a hard time getting back on track. Car on the outside thought he'd make a quick maneuver of that, and he got caught. So one more time from this. Yeah, that's too bad. Apologies all the way around, I think we're said. All right, Uva. He's coming in here hot, coming in hot, and around she goes. And then Ty. Oh, race must be over. Here we go. Yep. Chaos at the end. There's another one at the end. They're gonna winner's celebration there. All right, let's take a look at the start of the second race. We're just going to dive right in. The second race was a wet race, so definitely going to see some chaos here. So, yep, there's the wetness. Looks like that was Sean Teeter. Let's take a look at that from Wesley's car. So Wesley just tracking right there, and Sean just turns in a little too early, it looked to me like. Let's get another view of that from back here. Yep, Sean just pretty much turns across his nose. Too bad. Just got to leave a little bit more space. That's really tight there. Yeah, he had all that track to his outside, and he didn't use it. That's too bad. All right, Joshua, what you got going on here? Oh, that was just, yeah, easy place to lose it there. That was just a pool with a deep end and a shallow end, and I want to take a look at that from his inside. And nothing you can do. Once it starts, it's going around. All right, let's take a look at the next one. We got Corey Mitchell, who loves the rain. Corey you could just see how much He loves that rain. We got to back this one up and see what happened on the entry there. So he's in the... Oh, and he gets tagged there. That didn't help. That car was coming in hot. And then just never recovered coming through there. So who was coming in hot there? That looks like Roman. Let's take a look at that one. So Roman's coming in hot. Brakes quite a bit later. Corey's trying to move over there. Roman didn't expect that. And the chaos continues. And there's more. More involvement. Spencer, I think Spencer was involved in this. Nowhere to go. Oh, he made it through? Nope, didn't. Oh, jeez. Ouch. Man, that hurts. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, I made it. Yay, me. Oh, crap. And was Zach involved in that? Nope, Zach going through the pool and just hydroplanes and loses it. That was such a tricky area to get through. Let's take a look at that one here from, you can just see, look at all that water. Oh, and he got that left wheel on the curb as well. Let's just see all those other cars delicately trying to get through there. So that was Zach, and then here's Zach again. Is he going to catch that outside? Yeah, you're done. Yep. You are done. Let's see what you did there, Zach. Just came in a little hot. Gets to the outside. That car's not turning back in before you get to the curb in the grass, and then you lose all traction and you're done. So Roman Bykov. Just, we're coming in, what was that, turn 1, I think? It's hard to tell here. Take another look at that. Yeah, I saw the ped exit there. So the end of turn 1, and just loops it around, carrying too much speed. Then Wesley on the grass. That's done. Peace out. You touch the grass or even those yellow curbs, and you are putting yourself in big trouble. Gets it back going. Let's see another view of that from inside. Touches the grass. All the wheel you put into it, ain't nothing gonna happen. All right, John Miller. Lap 8. Coming around turn 1, starts losing it. He's loose. It's going around. Bam. Bam. And 2 cars out. Let's see that from their perspective. We got, well, first, let's back it up here and see what happened to John. So he's just coming around. That's Brian. Oh. That was Brian Lemke. Here's John. Just loses it on entry. And, oh my gosh, over the top of the curb. He's got the brakes on, and that thing just never spun off track. And here's Brian Lemke. Let's see what he sees. There's the car spinning. What's it? And it just looks like it's going to go backwards, and it just doesn't. And then Kent. Same here. Easy. Looks like it's going to go backwards. Nope. There it is. Yeah. I know for myself coming around there, I thought, okay, everything's going to go to the inside. I couldn't hardly even see John's car. And then it just came out in front. And that car's done. Yep, done. So let's move on to Roman. On that curb. Yep, cannot touch those yellow curbs. Just can't do it in the wet. Watch. Oh, he even got in the grass. Even worse. Yeah, those yellow curbs, when you touched them, your tires would spin up big time. Okay, we're almost done here. We've got Roman again. Oh, yeah, race over. So let's see the celebration going on here at the end of the race. Everybody enjoying the wet now. And we've got one more incident to cover. And I did see this one before, so this is an interesting one. So we've got Oz right here. Oh, and then these cars just get stuck. Come on. And this is the finish line up ahead there. Barney's waving that checkered flag, and they're trying to get unstuck, hoping another car doesn't come out in front of them. Oh, and then Oz crosses the line ahead of Uva. So let's take a look here from Uva. Oh man, Oz just came, racing to the flag. He came ripping in there. Caught him on the backside. Let's see what that looked like from. So he's coming in. Ain't no way you're making that corner. You're just way too shallow of an entry. Hooks on him, and now the cars are just stuck. And they're trying to get apart. Everybody's just, well, Oz is just sitting here. There they go. Now we got to see that from Uva's perspective. So he's in there. He's got the line. Whack. Whack. He's trying to get away. You can see his RPM there. He's trying to get away. And it's just, and then they both just sit there for a little bit. And then they break free and off they go. Oh man. That's a tough one. Uva self-reported on that one. He knew. Yeah, he knew. Seeing that, it's pretty easy to see what happened there. So just heading for the checkered. Got excited. So that was it for the Mazda race. So there we go. That is the end of recap for this week. We'll see you all again next week. Remember to like and subscribe. Don't forget that stuff. All right. Bye-bye.